Hey teachers, so I'm one of those teachers, you know, the ones that are keeping hand sanitizer everywhere and always begging students to wash their hands. And since the start of the pandemic, I've gotten even crazier about anyone and everyone around me washing their hands. The problem is, it can sometimes be difficult to get kids to wash their hands, and I know you know what I'm talking about. So in this video, I want to show you a simple science experiment you can do in the classroom or at home that will surely convince kids to start washing their hands. Now, I shared just a little bit about this science experiment a few weeks ago in my back to school video. And since I shared about this experiment, I've been getting some emails and messages asking me if I can provide more details about exactly how to do this. So in today's video, I'm gonna walk you step by step through everything you need to know to perform this germ science experiment. And the great thing about this experiment is you do not need a whole lot of materials to do it. All you're gonna need for this experiment is Ziploc bags, white sliced bread, a spray bottle full of water, and a marker to label your bags with. It's also a good idea to have some tongs handy, although you don't necessarily need them. So let's go ahead and jump into exactly how you're gonna perform this experiment. All right, so the first thing we wanna do is create the control, which the control is going to be the bread that is untouched by anything. So all we wanna do is we want to take a slice of untouched bread and place it into this Ziploc bag. And this is where your tongs can come in handy if you have any, because you can use them to grab the slice of bread so that way you don't actually have to touch it and risk getting germs on it. So you see I've got my bread, and all I'm going to do is stick it into this bag, and it was completely untouched by my hands. All right, so now that we've got the control, you want to create some bags with slices of bread that have been rubbed on surfaces around the classroom or around the home. You definitely want to have at least one of your slices be students rubbing the bread against their unwashed hands, and then you can pick other high-touch surfaces in your classroom. For the sake of this video, I am going to do a second slice on my phone since this is something I'm touching all the time. You may want to have them rub it on a desk or a table that students work on all the time, on a computer, on a doorknob. You can take as many tests as you want with the slices of bread. I'm just gonna do 2 for the sake of this video. So I'm gonna do one that I rub against my hands and one against the cell phone. Now before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and label my bags so that way I know which is which. All right, so I've got those bags labeled, so now I'm actually going to wipe the bread on my hands and on my phone. Now, normally, after I come home from a store anywhere, I always wash my hands straight away, but I have not washed my hands right before doing this so we can see how it actually goes. And then we're gonna do the cell phone, which I'm a little nervous to see how that turns out. So let's go ahead and rub these. All right, so I've got my 3 bags set up. I've got the control, one with my hands, and the one with my cell phone. And you'll notice that I didn't actually seal the bags yet because there's one more thing you have to do. Remember, we haven't used our spray bottle yet. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put 1 squirt of water into each bag. And with this, you do not wanna go overboard. 1 spray is plenty. All right, so I've got a spray in each bag. It took me a little bit to get it out because this is a new spray bottle. So now I'm gonna go ahead and seal each bag, and when I seal them, I wanna try to squeeze as much of the air out as possible. It's okay if there's some air in there, but go ahead and try to squeeze some out if you can. Okay, I've got all 3 bags sealed. So now what we wanna do is we wanna store these in a kind of warm, dark place for about 48 hours. I recommend you store them someplace such as a cupboard, a closet, even a desk drawer will work just fine. You want to store them for at least 48 hours. If it goes longer than that, that's fine. This will still work. I've even seen teachers leave them for like a week and come back to them. So just make sure you leave them for at least 48 hours. All right, so I'm just gonna stick my slices of bread in the top of this closet. And I am going to leave them for 48 hours. All right, so you're probably very curious. If you've never done this experiment before, you've never seen it before, how does it turn out in the end? Well, I'm gonna show you, but before we do that, I want to very quickly show you some fun science resources that you can use throughout the school year. In my online store, you can find a variety of science lessons and activities to keep your students engaged. I have units for most science topics that include detailed lesson plans, worksheets, foldables, digital activities, word wall cards, assessments, and experiments like the one shown in this video. I also have science task cards for most science topics in my store. All of my task card sets include at least 28 task cards that model the types of questions students will see on state testing. A PDF and digital self-checking version is included with each set of task cards. I've linked my science units and science task cards in the description below the video. Now let's get back to the science experiment. All right, so now it's the moment you've been waiting for. What is that bread gonna look like after it's sat for a couple of days? Well, I have pulled some pictures of different teacher friends who have tried this experiment in their classroom, and this is what you should see after a couple of days. It's very gross. It will definitely convince your students to start washing those hands and using hand sanitizer. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind with this is the more germs and bacteria there are, the more mold you're going to see, and also the faster it's going to grow. If you're in a more sterile environment, it's going to take longer for that mold to grow, and you're also not going to see as much of it. So keep that in mind when you're performing this experiment. Now, I usually perform this experiment right around the start of the school year because it is a great reminder to wash their hands. Anytime they're reluctant to wash their hands, they're not using hand sanitizer, I just say, hey, remember that bread experiment we did at the beginning of the year? And you can see their expressions change very quickly. But if you're just watching this video in the middle of the school year or even towards the end of the school year, it's always a fun, great reminder for students. So that wraps up today's video. The last thing I want to ask is if you could just take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We create all of this content here on the channel completely for free, and by taking the time to like the video and subscribe to the channel, it ensures that we're able to continue producing free content for you and educators around the globe. So until next time, happy teaching!